The Menopause Revolution, aging out loud and proud. Welcome, everyone. Today, we're diving into a topic that's been swept under the rug for far too long. It's time to pull back the curtain and shine a spotlight on a natural process that affects half the world's population. That's right, we're talking about menopause. Now, before we jump in, I want to give a shout out to the incredible woman who inspired this talk. Brenda Braxton, a Broadway star turned menopause advocate, is a force of nature who's changing the game for women everywhere. Her passion, her wisdom, and her fierce determination to help women embrace their seasoned age is nothing short of revolutionary. Brenda, if you're listening, your work is making waves and changing lives. You're not just a star on Broadway, you're a guiding light for women navigating the choppy waters of menopause. So buckle up, folks. We're about to embark on a journey that'll make you laugh, maybe cry, and definitely rethink everything you thought you knew about aging and menopause. Picture this: you're cruising through life, feeling on top of your game. Your career is soaring, your kids are growing up, thank goodness, and you're finally starting to feel like you've got this adulting thing figured out. Then bam, menopause hits you like a runaway Broadway chorus line. Suddenly, you're sweating through your silk blouse in the middle of a board meeting. Your mood swings are giving you whiplash, and your libido has packed its bags and gone on an extended vacation without so much as a postcard. Welcome to the wild world of menopause, ladies and gentlemen. Now, I know what some of you are thinking. Oh, great, another talk about hot flashes and mood swings. Just what I needed to brighten up my day. But hold on to your seats because we're about to flip the script on menopause. You see, us menopause isn't just about what we lose, it's about what we gain. It's about stepping into our power, embracing our wisdom, and yes, even celebrating the changes our bodies are going through. It's about saying, hey, world, I'm here, I'm fierce, and I'm just getting started. But let's be real for a moment. Society hasn't exactly made it easy for us to embrace this transition. In fact, it's done a pretty good job of making us feel like we should just fade into the background once we hit a certain age. Well, I'm here to tell you that's a load of hot flash inducing nonsense. Let me share a story with you. A few years back, I met a woman named Sarah. Sarah was a high powered executive, a mother of three, and a force to be reckoned with in the boardroom. But when menopause hit, she felt like she was losing control. The hot flashes were embarrassing, the mood swings were affecting her work, and she felt like she was losing her edge. One day, in the middle of a particularly intense hot flash during a meeting, Sarah decided she'd had enough. Instead of trying to hide what was happening, she stood up, fanned herself dramatically, and announced to the room, gentlemen, if it's getting hot in here, it's not the thermostat. It's just me having a power surge. The room erupted in laughter, and suddenly the tension was broken. Sarah's colleagues started sharing their own experiences. Turns out half the women in the room were going through the same thing. And you know what? Some of the men even opened up about their partner's experiences. That day, Sarah didn't just break a sweat, she broke the silence around menopause in her workplace. And that, my friends, is what we call aging out loud. Now, I know what you're thinking. That's great for Sarah, but I'm not sure I have that kind of confidence. And that's okay, because here's the secret: confidence isn't something you're born with, it's something you build. And one of the best ways to build that confidence is through self care. Self care isn't just about bubble baths and face masks, although those are great too. It's about taking care of your whole self, body, mind, and spirit. It's about listening to your body, honoring its needs, and treating yourself with the same kindness and respect you'd show to your best friend. Let's talk about Maria. Maria was a dance instructor who'd always prided herself on her energy and vitality, but when menopause hit, she felt like her body was betraying her. The joint pain made it hard to dance, the fatigue left her struggling to keep up with her classes, and the weight gain had her avoiding mirrors. Maria could have given up. She could have hung up her dance shoes and resigned herself to a life of discomfort, but instead she decided to listen to her body. She started incorporating gentle yoga into her routine to ease the joint pain. She adjusted her diet, focusing on foods that would support her changing body. And most importantly, she gave herself permission to rest when she needed to. The results were nothing short of amazing. Not only did Maria's symptoms improve, but she discovered a whole new way of moving and teaching. Her classes became more inclusive, welcoming women of all ages and abilities. And her students, they were inspired by her openness about her journey, her resilience, and her newfound appreciation for her changing body. Maria's story isn't unique. Study after study has shown that embracing self-care practices can significantly alleviate menopausal symptoms. According to research from Weill Cornell Medicine, regular exercise, healthy eating, and stress reduction techniques like meditation can be game changers for women going through menopause. But here's the kicker: self care isn't just about managing symptoms, it's about thriving. It's about using this transition as an opportunity to reconnect with ourselves, to reassess our priorities, and to redefine what health and wellness mean to us. Now, I can almost hear some of you thinking, that's all well and good, but how am I supposed to focus on self care when I'm juggling a career, family, and these crazy hormonal changes? And that, my friends, is where breaking stigmas comes in. For too long, menopause has been treated like a dirty little secret, something to be endured in silence, hidden away like last season's fashion faux pas. But let me tell you something. There is power in speaking our truth. There is strength in sharing our stories. Let me introduce you to Diane. Diane was a high school teacher who always prided herself on her composure and professionalism. But when menopause hit, she found herself struggling with brain fog and memory lapses. She was terrified that her students or colleagues would notice, that they'd think she was losing her edge. One day, after fumbling through a lesson, Diane decided to take a risk. She took a deep breath, looked at her class of teenagers, and said, "You know what? My brain's playing hide and seek with me today. It's this fun little thing called menopause. Anyone want to learn about it?" To her surprise, her students were fascinated. They had questions, lots of questions. And as Diane answered them, she realized something. By being open about her experience, she wasn't just educating her students about menopause. She was teaching them about resilience, about embracing change, about the importance of self compassion. Diane's openness sparked a change in her school. Other teachers started sharing their experiences. The school nurse organized a series of talks about women's health. And Diane, she became a mentor to younger teachers, helping them navigate the challenges of balancing work and personal life. This is the power of breaking stigmas. When we speak openly about menopause, we create space for understanding, for support, for change. We show the world that menopause isn't something to be feared or hidden. It's a natural part of life that deserves to be acknowledged and respected. But breaking stigmas isn't just about talking. It's about challenging the narratives we've been fed about aging and women's bodies. It's about demanding better representation in media, better support in our workplaces, better care from our healthcare providers. Imagine a world where menopause is discussed as openly as puberty, where workplaces have menopause policies that support women through this transition, where doctors are trained to provide comprehensive, compassionate care for menopausal women. That's the world we're fighting for when we break these stigmas. Now, I know what some of you might be thinking. This all sounds great, but I don't even know where to start. I barely understand what's happening to my own body, let alone how to advocate for change. And that, my friends, is why knowledge is power. Let's talk about Lisa. Lisa was a successful lawyer who prided herself on always being prepared. But when she started experiencing perimenopausal symptoms, she felt completely blindsided. The mood swings, the irregular periods, the sleep disturbances, none of it made sense to her. Lisa did what any good lawyer would do. She started researching. She read medical journals, joined online forums, and even attended a conference on women's health. And as she learned, something amazing happened. She started to feel less like a victim of her changing body and more like a partner in her own health journey. Armed with knowledge, Lisa was able to have more productive conversations with her doctor. She was able to make informed decisions about treatment options. And perhaps most importantly, she was able to advocate for herself in a healthcare system that often dismisses women's concerns. But Lisa didn't stop there. She started sharing what she learned with her colleagues, her friends, her family. She organized lunch and learn sessions at her law firm. She became a resource for other women navigating this transition. Lisa's story illustrates a crucial point. Knowledge isn't just power, it's freedom. When we understand what's happening in our bodies, we're better equipped to care for ourselves. We're better able to seek the support we need. And we're better positioned to challenge the systems that have kept women in the dark about their own health for far too long. This is why resources like those offered by the Mayo Clinic are so crucial. They provide accurate, accessible information about menopause and women's health. They empower women to take control of their health journey, to ask the right questions, to demand better care. But here's the thing, this empowerment doesn't just benefit individual women, it has a ripple effect. When one woman educates herself about menopause, she becomes a resource for others. She challenges misconceptions in her community. She advocates for better care and support. And bit by bit, we start to see a shift in how society views and treats menopausal women. Now, I want you to take a moment and really let this sink in. We're not just talking about managing hot flashes or mood swings. We're talking about a fundamental shift in how we view aging and women's health. We're talking about women reclaiming their power, their voice, their visibility in a society that too often tries to sideline them. This is what Brenda Braxton is fighting for with her movement, Pause by Braxton. It's about saying, hey, world, we're here. We're vibrant. We're valuable. And we're not going anywhere. So, what do we do with all this information? How do we take these insights and turn them into action? First, prioritize self care. And I mean, really prioritize it. Make it non negotiable. Whether it's daily exercise, meditation, or simply taking time to do something you love, make it happen. Your health and well being are worth it. Second, speak up, break those stigmas, share your experiences with menopause and aging. Be honest, be vulnerable, be real. Your story could be the lifeline someone else needs. Third, educate yourself and others. Seek out reliable information about menopause and women's health. Share what you learn. Be a beacon of knowledge in your community. And finally, advocate. Advocate for better healthcare policies, for workplace support, for media representation. Be the change you want to see in how society views and treats menopausal women. Remember, as Brenda so powerfully puts it, you're mature, not dead. You have so much to offer, so much life to live, so much impact to make. Don't let anyone, including yourself, tell you otherwise. As we wrap up, I want to leave you with this thought. Aging isn't something that happens to you. It's something you do. And you have the power to do it loudly, proudly, and fiercely. So let's take a page from Brenda's book. Let's hit it. Take care of ourselves and stay fierce in the process. Let's age out loud, break stigmas, and empower ourselves and each other through knowledge and support. And remember, this journey isn't just about you, it's about all of us. It's about creating a world where women of all ages are valued, respected, and celebrated. A world where menopause is seen not as an ending, but as a powerful new beginning. So I challenge you. What will you do today to prioritize your self care? How will you break stigmas and share your story? How will you educate yourself and others? How will you advocate for change? The power is in your hands. You are the author of your story. So make it a bestseller. Make it a story of strength, of resilience, of fierce, unapologetic self love and advocacy. Remember, you're not just aging, you're evolving. You're not just going through menopause, you're going through a metamorphosis. Embrace it, own it, celebrate it. As we close, I want to remind you of something important. You are seen, you are valued, you are powerful. Don't ever let anyone or any stage of life make you feel otherwise. So go out there and show the world what it means to age with grace, with strength, and with an unshakable sense of self worth. Because you, my friends, are not just mature, you're magnificent. The world is waiting for your voice, your wisdom, your fierce menopausal magic. It's time to turn up the heat. And I'm not just talking about hot flashes. Let's make some noise, break some rules, and rewrite the story of aging. Are you ready to join the menopause revolution? Are you ready to age out loud and proud? Because let me tell you, the best is yet to come, and it's going to be hot, it's going to be fierce, and it's going to be glorious. So let's do this, shall we? Let's show the world that menopause isn't the end, it's just the beginning of the most amazing chapter of our lives. Let's make menopause not just a transition, but a transformation. A transformation into the wisest, strongest, most authentic versions of ourselves. Remember, every hot flash is just a reminder of the fire within you. Every mood swing is an opportunity to embrace the full spectrum of your emotions. Every challenge is a chance to show the world just how resilient you are. So go forth and be bold, be brave, be unapologetically, gloriously you. Because the world needs your voice, your wisdom, your fierce menopausal magic now more than ever. This is your time. This is our time. Let's make it count. Let's make it loud. Let's make it unforgettable. Welcome to the Menopause Revolution.
It's hot, it's fierce, and it's just getting started. Are you in?